Hey YouTube, you know me, it's Paul with Washington Pro Carpet Cleaning. Hope everybody's doing great today. I'm using the 175 Rotary. I've got basically a hallway, dining room area, and living room area, which are kind of connected, and a set of stairs to do. And I'm using the Green Dragon, mixed at 8 ounces in my 2-gallon sprayer of hot water, as well as boosted with 2 ounces of sodium percarbonate, which is a form of hydrogen peroxide. It's just a powdered form. And I am using 8 ounces of CO2, Odor Death. And that is because there's a lot of dog hair. I do this house, I've been doing it since, probably 7 years ago, about once a year. And the homeowner has 2 dogs. You'll see the dogs appear in the video quite often. The little beagle is Rusty, and the white lab is Oliver. And they know me quite well. They like to hang out while I'm cleaning. But there's no urine on the carpet. What it is it's just a 20-year-old shag carpet, light blue. It has a lot of wear on it. A lot of the color has been beaten out of it. And the dog hair gets weaved into the carpet. And I think I mentioned in a previous video that dog hair is organic. And when it gets pressed down into the lower regions of the carpet, it will actually rot and disintegrate and go below the surface of the carpet into a form of a nasty powder. And while it's rotting and it's in the lower regions, that's the smell you're smelling. When people say it smells like dog, it's more than likely, if it's not urine and it's just dog odor, it's from the hair. And yep, here they come. She's used a pretty good vacuum. She vacuumed it twice before I got here, but I went ahead and vacuumed over it with the the Sanitaire commercial shakeout bag unit that I got. And I didn't get a chance to show the vacuuming. I had started to film it, and then when I got towards the very end, I noticed that it was not recording, so I'll have to get a vacuuming video another day. But I did get out, like I said, 2 full bags in the shakeout bag of pet hair. It's amazing, after she vacuumed twice, it's just this particular style carpet, I guess, the shag, it will pull down the hair and hide it real good. And I did speed this up to 1.5 times speed because it was going to be quite lengthy, and I thought I would kind of speed it up. But the way I move, it almost looks normal anyway. So, in the wheels, the other day at one of my jobs, the first bracket that is on the back of the machine, I had bolted it on and JB welded it so that it wouldn't slide up and down. Well, I was on a staircase at a second job I was doing, and the wheels collapsed completely. And by that, I mean the JB weld that was holding the bracket on both sides just popped off, and I guess the screw was not that tight, so it moved the wheels up as high as you could go, and the lower region of the brackets hit the stairs. So I had to get help having it lifted down the stairs by my client. And what I did yesterday, I took I think it's a titanium drill bit for steel, and I drilled a hole just beyond the bolt that holds the first bracket on, and I drilled it all the way through to the machine. And I did that on both sides, and then I bought 2 heavy-duty machine screws that are made from metal, and I worked those into the hole, got those tight, and now the bracket does not move at all, which is great. So now I feel a little safer with the screw in there, so that I know that bracket's not going to fail. Because when it did drop, I was coming down the stairs, and the momentum and the weight of the machine kind of pulled to the right. I think one wheel collapsed first, the right one, and then the left one, as the JB Weld came off. You can see my buddies in the background there, ready to move. But anyway, I pulled my neck muscles real bad, making sure I didn't go down the stairs. And they were wood stairs, so there was no carpet on them. And it didn't damage the stair, thank goodness. Just kind of put a couple marks on it, which I was able to cover up with a furniture stain marker, I think they are. I showed the customer, let her know, said, hey, this, she knew anyway, because, you could hear it come down, and I needed help by her husband to get the machine down. And I told her, I said, it doesn't look like it made an indentation or anything. It might have just scratched the surface. And I said, I have a repair kit. I can go ahead and repair it for you. And then if you're not happy, let me know. I'll be happy to pay for it or file a claim. But it came out beautiful, and they're regular clients of mine. So I'll tell you, that was just quite an experience. And I'm really happy now with the machine, with the big wheels. It goes up and down stairs with ease, and I can get it in and out of people's driveways. Up here in the Northwest, we have a lot of rock driveways, and when it rains, it gets muddy. So I just put a towel at the entry, bring it in on the towel, and then wipe the wheels off with a brush if I need to get the pine needles and dirt off of them, and get in there and go to work. And this is Oliver found a corner out of the way. Oh, and here comes Rusty, and he's gonna resume in that corner as well. 2 funny dogs. So you can see carpets are coming out great. Like I said, they're 20 years old, so I'm not expecting a 100% miracle. I've steam cleaned them over and over and over, and they come out nice. And then now that I'm doing this, and it's been over a year since I steam cleaned them, I can take a look at this and go back to the video from a year ago that I did, and you can see absolutely no difference. In fact, because there's not going to be a long dry time and the carpets are not as wet from steam cleaning, I can get a visual of how light they are versus when I did it with steam cleaning. They appeared dark, and then obviously the next day they were dry and nice and bright. So the same thing will happen here, and should come out good. The CLO2 will destroy the odor, and the peroxide boost is obviously helping on older carpet to get some of the shading out. And if you were here with me, you would see in front of the couches, the dark areas just completely vanish. So all the dirt's coming out fantastic. I'll show you the pads when I'm done. And I am going to rake these with not my magic triangle brush. I'm going to use the Grande Groomer, which is the original rake, and it's got the bristles on it. I don't know if they're nylon bristles or what, but they will stand up the fiber, and that'll help it to dry since it is kind of a shag. And again, if the shading on this older carpet being shag, if you go one direction, it's almost bright white, light blue. When you go over it with the rake, you're going to pull the darker pile up so that it visually will reflect more shadows and whatnot. So it'll appear a little bit darker, but it should come out absolutely great. This is the hallway, and I'm going to bring the machine down there. I'm going to do it backwards, so hopefully you're not just looking at the backside of me. You can see the machine. I'm going to switch pads though, and I'm not going to use the other side of the pad. I could, but it absorbed quite a bit. You can see how dirty it is. So there you go. Where does the dirt go? It goes into the pad. And I'll put this one out. I am going to do another modification on my 175. I'm going to cut the cord and make a pigtail. And that way, instead of like the other day, I did a bunch of jobs that were stairs. So I would bring it up, do the upstairs, but then to bring it down, you have to wrap that 30-foot cord back up just to get it downstairs, and then unwrap it again when you get downstairs. And I thought, boy, it would just be nice to unplug it like what I did on the Auric, and just have a pigtail, unplug it, and take the machine down, grab the cord, plug it in, and away you go. So that's my next modification, and I think I may actually put the water tank on here. I have it, it's brand new in the garage, and I think it might be beneficial in some bigger jobs where I can lightly pre-spray the traffic if I choose to, and then put the Green Dragon in the tank. And it's a gravity fed, so I just pull the handle on the left and let it feed into the pad, keep it moist, and then so where I think I need additional solution, I can pull the handle and it'll just let the solution out into the pad. So, and I used the brush in a couple of homes this week, and I will tell you, I had one carpet that was snow white and it just looked filthy. I thought for sure there was no way I was going to get it out. The customer would not let me film in the house. I think I posted the wheels where that was day one with the new bracket on the wheels, but she wouldn't let me film in the house, which was okay. But I sprayed it real good. I used the Dragon Fire and I sprayed it real good, and I used the brush that came with this machine, and oh my goodness, that thing is unbelievable. I tried a aqua pad. I think I got a sample pad that was in my garage, aqua pad or a blue pad, I'm not sure what it was, but it didn't do too bad, but it was basically just catching the surface of the carpet. And the soil, it was a plush carpet, it was deep. So when I put the brush on there, you could just see the difference day and night between using a pad, a regular polishing pad or scrubbing pad, versus the brush. The brush dug deep down into the carpet, loosened everything up, and made light work of the rest of the job with a couple Iron Man pads. So I'll probably be using the brush again. And in some cases, I thought about maybe just leaving my green brush on my Auric Orbiter and bringing both machines in and use the Auric with the green brush to go in and hit all the high traffic areas and spots, blast through those areas with the Auric and the brush, and then come back through with the larger machine, the 175, and knock it out that way. So we'll see. Lots of fun stuff to do. Plus, I'm considering a machine I'm looking into. Probably within the next couple days, I'll know whether or not I'm gonna invest in it. It is a Orbit Vibe, and the head actually tilts back, so when you go up the stairs, you can tilt it back. So we'll see. Anyone out there that is watching this video that's a carpet cleaner, let me know your thoughts on the Orbit Vibe, and if you think that's a good machine. That's the one that I'm currently considering on the table. So we'll see what happens if I decide to go that route. I will let you know and feature it in some videos. So we'll go from there. The 175 though is actually doing a great job, and the 100 pounds with the big wheels is not as physically laborious as I thought it would be. It was when it had the little tiny wheels on there. Boy, I'll tell you what, whoever invents these machines and puts those little dinky 3-inch wheels on there, tucked right up along the back of the machine, so that even if you tried to take it upstairs, the handle would hit the stairs before the wheels. I have no idea what they're thinking, or if they're thinking that you're only going to use it for commercial work. But even then, I have commercial jobs that have concrete stairs that go up, to the second floor with no elevators. The wheels get stuck in between them, so it was rendering the machine useless, but I'm very happy with it now. And I'm going to pack this up, and I'm going to do, the staircase is pretty bad. I know it's hard to tell on this carpet because it's 20 years old, but the staircase is got a lot of soil on the front and the bullnose, as well as the steps. And I'm going to use my handheld orbital, and the handheld orbital that I'm using today is a different one that I got. Somebody gifted it to me, one of my YouTube followers, which was amazing. But it's a, look at that, it looks fantastic. I'll get it all rigged out, but at this point it looks great. It's a Harbor Freight orbital, but it's not the regular multi-speed where you adjust it like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 6. It's the next grade up. It is a 1,000 watt to 3,500 watt unit. Here it is here. Has a digital readout. I've looked it up, and they're on sale for $49.99, which is probably what my client paid for it. But fantastic gift. I've used it several times. I use it on furniture as well. I was pretty nervous about the speed, because the first speed, it says, is 1,000. Then the second speed is 1,500. Next speed's 2,000. I don't think I'll ever go above 1,500 when I'm doing furniture or carpet. But it really spins. And that was the problem I was having with my other one, is I'd have to back off the pressure because it looked like it wasn't spinning at full capacity. Well, trust me, this one, if you turned it up to 3,500, you'd sand the carpet away probably. This is just at 1,000 RPMs. I think, did I say watts? Yeah, it's 1,000 RPMs. And then it goes 1,500 RPMs, 2,000 RPMs, 2,500, 3,000, and 3,500 RPMs, I believe. You could use this thing to sand wood down. That's how aggressive it is, even at this first level. But I do love it because I can apply pressure, and that's what helps get the carpets clean and the upholstery clean, is being able to apply pressure. And with the digital readout, you can easily see 1,000 RPMs is 10. The number 10 shows up in digital readout. I am going to put the handle back on. It has a handle that goes on the side, and since I've been using it, I do realize that the handle would probably not get in the way. It might be more helpful because I can tilt the machine easily any direction I want to. And it really gets the bullnose when you scrub the top and then flip it over like this. And I pre-sprayed it with my solution. And you'll see this pad here was snow white. It's definitely picking up the soil. And I can see I get every inch of the stairs. So unlike trying to clean it with my Auric Orbiter, which I do like cleaning stairs with the Auric Orbiter, but if they're really, really bad, just so that you can get 100% of the face and the bull nose, I'd recommend maybe using a handheld. And it's pretty simple, especially when the cord's behind you and you're just backing into it like I'm doing here. And again, it's a Harbor Freight orbital, handheld orbital. It's a 1000 RPM to 3500 RPM range digital readout, and run you about $49.99. I think that's probably their, they always say they have sales, but I've looked at it several times and it looks like it's pretty much a permanent price, $49.99. So if you want one that will hold on to the pads, these are 8-inch Ironman mini pads. And I also have some 8-inch microfibers, and I have some 8-inch fiber pads that I use sometimes. But the beauty of this is it comes with a 8-inch Velcro pad driver, and the pad driver is almost exactly like the Challenger Velcro on the bottom of their pad driver for the Auric. It holds up just beautiful, and the pads come right off. I mean, you just peel. It takes a little force, but you peel them right off, so it doesn't do any damage to the pads. And pretty much everything I use as far as pads and chemicals comes from the NCAP store, which is you can order online at ncapstore.com. And again, I'm not an affiliate. I like their products. They have good prices and low shipping, flat rate shipping. So if you're considering new pads for the Auric Orbiter, or for any piece of equipment you have for OP, orbital pad cleaning, or low moisture, very low moisture cleaning, give Damon a call and he'll take care of you. Or just order online. You can see what they've got. From what I understand, they're now gonna stock up on the 2-pound jars of the Dragonfire and the Green Dragon, so you don't have to invest in the 6-pound. Look at this dog. I just cleaned these. It must be nice and cool. He is so handsome. Hi, Oliver. Oh my word. Okay, and I am picking up a few shadows on it. Always looks much better in person, but they came out fantastic. They had a bunch of spots and oil stains on them. That's all gone. So there you go. And I'll show you the dirty pad. There it is. I've got this is a cheap kit you can buy at the toolbox. Was I think $9 at Walmart. I always carry a couple extension cords. There's the fiber pad next to the Ironman, but you can see the contrasting color. And all right, so all knocked out here, a couple footprints, but I'll rake those out. Smells nice and fresh and looks nice and clean, and the boys seem to like it. They don't pee in the house, which is fantastic, but they do shed. So, and these will brighten up 100% when they fully dry. There's the lower stairs. These stairs were absolutely horrid, and the Harbor Freight hand orbiter just killed it, went to work. There's the Grande groomer. I'll finish getting my footprints out. Let me take a minute and show you the pads. And while I got you, I would appreciate if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, why not? It's absolutely free. Please consider doing so. I post videos regularly.